A recent Senate hearing on crypto really produced some bad results. It looks like the crackdown on crypto is going to continue a lot longer, and nobody's really clear exactly how far it's going. Will that be the end of crypto, or crypto just move offshore, leaving the United States of America? And what will be the results of that? It's snowing where we are. This winter, cold winter front hit us, and so I decided to take some time this morning, do a little work in the office, and get caught up on some news that I've been putting off. Last week there was a Senate hearing. It was actually only called the beginning of February on crypto, and it was just called the beginning of February, not really giving pro-crypto advocates an opportunity to form a good list of personnel to put in defense of cryptocurrency before Elizabeth Warren, the famous anti-crypto bruja, as we would say in Spanish, and the other senators that are very anti-crypto. Needless to say, I'm not going to go into a lot of depth. I'll put the link down below, or you can actually find more information out about the crypto hearing if you want to. But I just want to make a few comments on it. A lot of the anti-crypto, and coming from one professor in particular, was not backed by any facts. It was all just pure opinion and pure what the hoopla is against crypto. And you know, it's funny because during a bear market is when all the negative comes out. It always has against crypto. When we have a bull market, when things are good, nobody says anything because they can't. Everybody's making money. They're talking about crypto losing $2 trillion over the last basically year, and that is really concerning them about how the crypto market can lose $2 trillion. Well, the crypto market has lost $2 trillion not because necessarily of losses, because people pulled out of the crypto market, right? And that is an investment. Let's talk about how much the New York Stock Exchange has lost. Now, I can't tell you numbers right now. I don't remember them exactly, but it was a lot more than $2 trillion pulled out of a stock exchange. There's just no confidence right now in this current administration or in the U.S. dollar, and that's the reason behind it. And incurred inflation is causing people to pull out. So they're not talking about the facts. They're talking about people pulling out or the losses, so to speak, that the American people are incurring. And they made this all look like it's crypto, and it's crypto's fault that these people lost their money. Not anything that they've been doing, or any of their draconian policies, or the World Economic Forum's policies that they support. So I just kind of briefly wanted to bring things up to date on this. Also was mentioned, or explain a little bit what took place, and you can watch the hearing yourself if you want to, if you can stomach it. What was mentioned was that the politicians, this professor would like to see actually people putting their money into banks where the bank is where it's safer because their money is backed by FDIC versus on a crypto platform where they have no FDIC backing. Remember something, we did a video previously, and there's other videos out there that'll talk about the FDIC is greatly underfunded. The FDIC themselves have mentioned that they're only 1.8% of capacity. In other words, they can only cover 1.8% of those run on banks. Plus, there's going to be a bail-in the next crisis. In other words, all your money in the bank will be used to bail out the banks, not the government bailing out the banks. So be suspect when you're hearing these hearings on crypto and all this anti-crypto jargon, and understand something. What does crypto, especially stable coins, what do they bring that could threaten the Democratic Party and those that are pro-digital dollar? Remember, over 100 countries right now are rolling out their digital currencies. In fact, the United States of America, a group of banks just completed their pilot program with the Federal Reserve on a digital dollar. This is not any of these going away. This year alone, I think 8 or 9 countries will be rolling out their digital currency. Russia is now offering their digital currency also to have gold backing it. Remember something, a digital currency, it's centralized, is not crypto, not true crypto. True crypto, the Bitcoin idea, the Bitcoin era, the Bitcoin mentality, reason blockchain and crypto were created or taken to this level, in other words, was to defend a free market economy. It was really frustrating to watch, just kind of like stomach this, what I saw on the piece of this hearing, because it was just lies on top of lies and fear-mongering, which is typical of this administration and deep state politicians in the United States of America and other countries. And you can see that they're seeing crypto as a threat to the digital dollar rollout and undermines the power that the U.S. government has in overreaching. This is why they actually want to see crypto completely banned in the United States of America, or controlled completely. In other words, just be accredited investors, or if you're going to buy, you'd buy like you would in stocks right now during the open market, etc. That's not what crypto's about. Crypto's about being open 24/7 and making transactions 24/7. Some legislators want to hold the crypto platforms responsible and let the pass regulation on the crypto platform, like they do the stock exchange, for example, and have the SEC oversee this. The problem with that is that that's also going to put limits on what we can and cannot do. And obviously KYC, where you have to give all your information, will be mandatory across the board. Except, and they even acknowledge this, except the fact that if they do this and implement these draconian laws on crypto, crypto will move offshore. It's not going away. And they even admitted that it won't go away. The question came up then, his statement was made by the same professor that crypto is dangerous, but blockchain is good. It's like, hello, crypto underlies is that foundation of a particular blockchain. That's how the blockchain functions, is the crypto. It's like these professors are coming in anti-crypto and they have no clue of what even crypto is. They're just there and probably, because of my experience, paid to be there to say certain things that those that are paying them to say want said. And that is anti. Remember something, people. Please, you guys are smart. If you watch these videos, you've got to be intelligent. Here's the thing. The digital dollar is a fact rolling out. Pilot program's over. They're moving to the next phases. The idea of a digital ID and a carbon footprint is coming. It's not something that's way out there. And the whole idea of that digital dollar is not way out there. It's already started. It's going to be upon us sooner than anybody realizes it. And I talk to people, and I try to talk to people, but people just kind of like, yeah, oh yeah, I said, oh yeah, okay. I said, well, let's get together, we'll talk about it. Yeah, okay, but there's really no true interest. I just don't know what to do. It's like I want to shake the people and just say, wake up. We're letting America fall. We're losing our free market. The opportunity to be free and express ourselves. And now we're going to lose the opportunity to even trade when we want to. A digital dollar is completely controlled. And digital that's centralized, blockchain that's centralized, is still controlled. Like the banking system. The banking system is not safe. It is not insured. It's greatly underfunded. And how many times have people lost their money in the banks? Just recently you saw Wells Fargo settle a huge, I think it was a multi-billion-dollar settlement, as well as Citibank, as well as Bank of America. These banks are known for just stealing your money. And they want to talk about how it's unsafe. Well, the thing is the regulators have control of that. And they're behind that. And see, they get the palms greased. And remember my experience I've had when I was an executive in Latin America dealing with banks. And how they themselves told me that they laundered money. They moved money and explained to me how it was done. the banks aren't doing this because they're worried about money laundering. And this is the last point I want to make. This point came up was to Illusive War, especially about how criminals use cryptocurrencies and how they can get away with using crypto blockchains to actually do nefarious activities. Well, that just shows how ignorant that woman really is. I'm sorry, but that's just a fact. Because blockchain, most of blockchain, maybe except for Litecoin, but most of blockchain is transparent. It's a ledger, and it's a transparent ledger where people can actually see where transactions take place. Now, maybe the cold wallet or the wallet is not, in some platforms, you don't know who the person is, but the moment you try to take that money out into a banking system, you know who it is. So here's what they're doing now. What's recently come out, especially in the United States of America, is the central bank basically has said to the other banks, do not facilitate crypto transactions. So in the U.S., you're going to find it much harder to be able to pull your money out of a bank into regular fiat currency. What's this going to do? It's only going to push us offshore, and it's going to cause the United States of America to fall behind in innovation. You don't think they know that? You're doggone right they know that. That's all part of this whole World Economic Forum readjustment of the wealth. This is nothing new. Karl Marx had this idea years ago. I don't know if you can see the snow flying off my car right now. But look, when you watch this hearing and you hear this FUD out there, this garbage, understand something. The reason there's so much attacking it, so many attacking it right now, is because it offers us freedom. And there's a huge movement to attack freedom. Give us a thumbs up, please. Subscribe. Hit that bell. And let us keep you informed what's going on. Look, it looks like doomsday, but they themselves, you admit it, it'll go offshore. And we are already looking, we're already offshore. We were established offshore. We saw this coming. We saw this coming 3 years ago. And we established everything offshore. And we're going to continue to establish offshore. If you want information on what you can do and where you can do that at legally, give us a shout below. And I'll give you some references of some attorneys you can talk to that aren't very expensive at all to set up your trust, your bank account offshore that's pro-crypto. DeFi IoT. We'll see you in the next video.